Yes, I'll go
Okay,
ahead and introduce you real quick.
perfect.
Welcome to our Lewermark 101 session, the spring semester term with Miss Maddie Wenger, right? I pronounced that correctly?
Yes,
Okay.
that's correct.
Maddie Wenger, she is a representative with Lewermark, and she's going to be going over your coverage and a couple different features and helpful information for your insurance. If you do happen to have any questions or any concerns, please feel free to put that in the Q&A section below. And we will be providing this recording to students who cannot join us at this time as well. So yeah, please feel free to go ahead, Maddie, whenever you're ready.
Awesome. Cool. Well, thank you for the introduction, Haley. Yes, my name is Maddie, and I am with Lewermark. We are your health insurance provider during your time here in the U.S. at Southeast Missouri State University. And I'm going to get started here, but before I share my screen or go into the details, I'm going to start just by asking a question. You don't have to answer out loud. I just want you to kind of think about the answer in your head. Imagine you're back in your home country and you're in an accident and you break your leg and you go to the emergency room and get treated for that broken leg. How much do you think you would pay for that treatment at the emergency room? I sometimes hear $100 or $50, but the most common answer I get is zero. A lot of you will say $0. And that's a big difference between American healthcare and healthcare that you're probably used to in your home country. Unfortunately, $0 is not the case here in the US. The average cost for a broken leg and treatment in the emergency room for that is anywhere between $6,000 and $10,000. And that's not including if you were to need surgery. Surgery could cost anywhere between $30,000 to $50,000, which is a lot of money that most of us are able to pay out of pocket. And that's where insurance comes in, is you pay the premium for the insurance, and then insurance will help pay those medical bills on your behalf. I'll give you another example before I share my screen. We had a student not too long ago who was experiencing severe abdominal pain to the point that they couldn't move, and they ended up needing to go to the emergency room. And turns out they had appendicitis, and this can happen to anybody. It's a fairly routine thing that can happen all the time, and the treatment for it is surgery to get your appendix removed. The student has the surgery and everything goes according to well. They're healing well. Everything was a success, and they're getting better. A couple weeks later, after the surgery, they get a bill in the mail, and this bill is for $15,000. And they call us and they say, "Hey, what do I do? Why didn't insurance cover this? Can you help me?" We said, "Don't worry, it's okay. Send us a picture of your bill, and we can call the doctor and see what happened." So we call the hospital and we come to find out the student had forgotten to take their insurance ID card with them to the hospital. So they didn't know to send the bill to us. So they sent it directly to the student instead. This was an easy fix. We gave the hospital all of the student's insurance information. They sent us the bill, and the student ended up paying about $100 instead of $15,000. That's a lot better, right? All right, so I'm going to share my screen now and show you how this actually works. Now you should be looking at the Lewermark website. This is lewermark.com. On this webpage, you're going to find all of the information you need. And I like doing this presentation using our website because everything you see me do here today, you can also do on your own. You have access to all this information on your computer, on your phone, whatever is easiest for you. So again, lewermark.com. Already on our home screen, you're going to see two important buttons. We got ID card and claims here in the middle, and find a doctor. Because if you ever need to use your insurance, the first thing you need is your ID card, and the second is to find a doctor that works with your insurance. And we're going to go through both of these here in a bit. So back to my previous example. Why did the student who had to have their appendix taken out receive that $15,000 bill in the mail? it's because they didn't have their ID card with them. We highly recommend getting your ID card and carrying it with you at all time. So download this from our website, either print it off and put a copy in your wallet or purse, take a screenshot of it and save it to your phone. I have all of my ID cards saved to Google Wallet. I know some people have Apple Wallet, whatever is easiest for you so that you have this available at all times. Okay, now on to how to get your ID card. Couple ways you can get there. First, you can select ID card and claims here in the middle, or you can also go to student login up here in the corner. This will take you to your student account. These will go to the same places. If you've never logged in before, you do need to click this toggle at the top of the screen. Select I need to create a login. You scroll down and all you need to get logged into your student account is your birthday and your student ID number. Couple things I want to point out here is notice the birthday is in our weird American format. We're fully aware this is unusual to have the month first and then the day and then the year, but if you are having any trouble getting into your student account, maybe check the formatting of your birthday. And then your student ID number is going to be your SEMO student ID number. If you ever need help getting your ID card, if you forget your password or need help logging into your account, or you get a $15,000 bill in the mail that you don't know what to do with, reach out to our team. We have an awesome student support team that is here to help you every step of the way. All of our contact information is on this website. You can call us, you can email us, and on every page, you're going to see this chat feature here in the corner. That chat feature will connect you to a live member of our team here in the office during our office hours. So you can chat with them in real time. I'm even on there sometimes. So if you see my face pop up in the corner of the page, that is actually me on the chat. And you can get on and say hi if you want to, or if you do have a question, feel free to reach out. But those are real people. Once you've logged in for the first time, you can log in here using your student ID number, and then it will ask you to create a unique password after your first login. So make sure you save that password because that's what you're going to use after that point. If you ever forget it, reach out to our team and we can easily reset that for you. Are there any questions about your student account or your ID card? If not, we're going to go back to our home page here. And we're going to go into more of your plan details. So again, lewermark.com, and there's this big search bar in the middle of the screen. If you start typing in school name and click it here, you know you're in the right place when you see your logo pop up. And if you scroll down, you're going to find a lot more important information that is available to you. So again, all of our contact information, our phone number, our email address, and there's that chat feature there in the corner. Here we're seeing those two important buttons again, the ones I pointed out at the beginning of the presentation. We have print your ID card. This will take you to your student login and search for a doctor, which we will go through here in a bit. You're also going to see the purchase student insurance. I believe most of you have probably already done this, but if you haven't, there is the link here to go on and purchase the insurance for this semester or year. If you need help with the portal, you can reach out to our team and we can walk you through that as well. The two I want to cover right now is these two buttons here in the middle, the plan summary and the plan brochure. The plan summary is a one-page document that outlines the benefits of the plan. Now, the plan brochure is a much longer document. It's about 40 pages long, and it goes into all of the details of what's covered, what's not covered, how it's covered, and a lot of other information as well. It's there for your reference. We don't expect you to read the whole thing. If you do have questions, you can reach out to our team and we can help walk through that. But it is there if you're ever curious. We will go through the plan summary here because there's a few things on here I want to point out. And there's also probably some terminology you're not familiar with, and that's okay. We'll go through some of these. The first one I want to point out is the word deductible. This might be unfamiliar to you, and we won't spend too much time on it because your deductible is zero. This means that you don't have to pay anything before insurance will start helping with your medical bills. A deductible is an amount of money that you would be responsible for paying before insurance would kick in, but since yours is zero, you don't have to worry about that. The next term I want to point out is copay. You're going to notice copay over here on the different types of visits. Now, a copay is an amount of money that you will pay each time you go to that visit. It's kind of like a ticket. Like if you were to go to a concert, you would pay a ticket to get into that concert. The copay is the ticket that you would pay to see the doctor or provider. So if you go to the student health center, or you go use Teladoc for a telehealth visit, or you go to a CVS walk-in clinic, you'll have a $0 copay. That means you won't have to pay the ticket to get in to see the doctor for those appointments. Now, if you have an office visit, maybe you schedule an appointment with a doctor at their office, or you go to an urgent care facility, you'll have a $20 copay. That means you will be responsible for paying $20 for that visit. Notice how the copay for hospitals and emergency rooms go up to $100. This is an important point I want to address because this is something that's different between healthcare in the US and healthcare in a lot of other countries. Hospitals and emergency rooms in the United States are meant for life or limb threatening injuries and illnesses. They are meant for very serious situations. So the copay goes up a lot because those are uh, reserved for those more serious cases. So if you are experiencing maybe shortness of breath, you're having trouble breathing, if you think you're having a heart attack, if you've broken a bone or are bleeding profusely and it won't stop, absolutely go to the hospital and emergency room. But for situations like headaches, cold and flu symptoms, minor cuts, scrapes, rashes, burns, those are situations where you're going to want to use a walk-in clinic, the student health center, or an urgent care facility. Okay, the next term I want to point out is the in-network and out-of-network. You're going to see this on each different type of visit as well. So a network is a group of doctors that has a contract with your insurance company to provide services at a lower rate. That means insurance will pay a higher amount if you go to a doctor that is in that network. And I'm going to show you what the network is here in a little bit. I don't want this to concern you too much because the network is very, very large. But we'll explain that here in a bit. The last thing I want to point out on here is the wellness benefit. Oh, that was an ugly line. I'll do a bigger circle here. The wellness benefit is meant for preventative care exams. So if you're needing an annual physical, a sports physical, a well woman exam, immunizations, vaccinations, you can get those preventative care exams done. And they are covered at 100%, up to $500 per policy year. That is there for you to stay on top of your health, get those preventative exams done, and we encourage you to use this benefit. So again, it's covered at 100%. That means you won't have to pay the copay for that. It's a great resource to use for those annual exams. Are there any questions about the benefits or any of the terminology that we went through? If not, I'm going to go through and we're going to click on the search for a doctor link. Earlier, I was mentioning in-network and out-of-network. So Aetna is your network. Uh, Aetna works nationwide. It is, again, a very large network. They work really everywhere in the US. And if you ever need help finding a doctor, reach out to our team. You can use this portal. I'm sure there's other recommendations you can get as well. I wouldn't let this concern you too much, though. But the key with them is that whenever you go to the doctor and they ask you what insurance you have, you want to say, my network is Aetna. That way they know what contracts those doctors or what contract you have with those doctors. If you want to use the portal, you can click Find an Aetna provider. And it's going to ask for your location. So again, if you are maybe traveling for spring break and you're not around the campus, or maybe you're going somewhere over the summer, you can enter your current location. Or if you are locally and want to find somebody, let's see, yours is 63701. Yeah, there we go. And click search. It's going to ask you to select a plan. You can select either of these options and find in-network doctors. So don't let this trip you up. I recommend selecting Passport to primary PPO network first, and then if you need additional options, you can select secondary. You can come back to this page and select secondary, but I recommend starting with primary. Click continue, and it's going to break it down by all the different types of visits that we talked about earlier. So we have medical doctors and specialists. If you want to find a primary care physician during your time here in the US, a doctor that you can see on a regular basis, you can find a primary care physician here. If you need to find a walk-in clinic or urgent care facility for those situations like cold and flu symptoms, headaches, allergies, you can look for those here. Or if you need to find a hospital or emergency room, you can search for that here. For the sake of this example, I'm going to pretend I need to find a primary care physician. I'm going to search for doctors, primary care, all primary care physicians, and it's going to pop up with a list of all the primary care physicians that are in your area. Another cool thing about this portal is that you can use this filter and sort feature to find different options. So if you maybe want to try to find a doctor that speaks your native language, you have some options in your area. Or maybe if you're more comfortable with a female provider or a male provider, you can filter by gender. Whatever you're the most comfortable with. All right. Are there any questions about the network or how to find a doctor? Okay. Before I move too far away from the benefits, if you do have any questions about specific benefits, we are happy to answer those. But I do want to keep in mind that we also want to protect your personal health information as well. So one way that we protect your information is by not sharing any of your claims information, not sharing any of your hospital bills or health information with anybody except you. So if you do ever need help, maybe you get a bill in the mail and you need help with it, help understanding it, or you need help finding a doctor, and maybe you want a roommate or an advisor to help you with those, we do ask that you give us permission to do so. And we do that by requesting you to fill out this HIPAA authorization form. So this is just going to be a simple form asking for your information, what information we're allowed to share, and who we're allowed to share it with, and how long we're allowed to share it with them. And then you'll sign it there at the bottom. Again, you don't have to fill out this form, but if you are ever wanting somebody else to help you, this is the form we're going to request. There's also a claims questionnaire form on here. This is a little plug to as a reminder to always check your email. I remember being in college, and that was something that was hard for me to get used to, was checking my email. Um, and also, if you ever get something from Lewermark, uh, it's probably not spam. It might be us requesting additional information. So open those emails if you get something from Lewermark, and it may be something where we are requesting additional information. On occasion, we will get a claim and we're going to need to know how to pay that claim. Did you get hurt falling down the stairs, or did you get hurt playing an intercollegiate sport? That's just going to help us know which bucket of money to pay that claim out of. This form will be sent to your email address. It will be sent 3 months in a row or until you fill it out. What's going to happen is if you ignore that email, eventually you're going to get a bill in the mail. And if that's the case, reach out to us. We can talk to the hospital and we'll send you this form again and have you fill it out. Again, it's just asking for your information, what happened, how it happened, and then you'll sign it there at the bottom. All right. Going down to the bottom here, we're going to find some more important information down below. I remember being a college student and loving the word free. So, pointing out these 4 things here in this top row right here, these are available to you at no additional cost. These are great resources to get care, and you won't have to pay anything out of pocket for these. The first one is Teladoc. This is an app that you can download on your phone and talk to a doctor 24/7. So if you're lying in bed and you're sick and you can't go to class, maybe the student health center is closed, you can get on here and talk to a doctor, typically within 15 to 20 minutes, and they can diagnose, they can prescribe you medication and have it sent to the local pharmacy. This is a great way to get care quickly and affordably. So again, great for headaches, great for the flu. Um, if you have a rash and you think it's unusual, you can send them pictures if you want. I know that sounds funny, but it is a great way to get care for that. I recommend downloading this app sooner than later and getting your account registered. That way, when you need it, everything's ready to go and you don't have to worry about getting this set up. Teladoc also has mental health support as well. So if you want to find a mental health professional, a therapist, psychologist, maybe a psychiatrist for medication management, you can also talk to somebody through Teladoc. Again, no additional cost. This is a great option if you're experiencing any sort of anxiety. Maybe you have school stress and you have exams coming up, you're having homesickness, or you're going through a breakup and you need somebody to talk to about those experiences. Teladoc is a great place to find a mental health professional. While we're talking about mental health, I'm going to go to Togetherall because this is another mental health platform. It's a website that you would get access to, and it's totally anonymous. And it's more of a social media style platform, very similar to Reddit, where you would make posts, respond to people's posts, and it's about peer support. So you can get on here and find a community of individuals that are going through the same situation as you. Maybe somebody is on there and posting about a situation that you went through a couple months ago. You can respond to them saying, hey, this worked for me, this didn't work for me. Or if you're going through something, you can make a post about it, and other people that have gone through the same situation can respond to you. So it's a great place to find community. There are mental health professionals on here that monitor it and can also respond, and you can chat with. So it's a great way to get anonymous support. I know mental health is difficult to talk about, especially if you've never sought treatment or talked to anybody about mental health before. So this is a great first place to start if you're not familiar with it, or if you need help. We love Togetherall. It's also a fun way to get creative. They have a cool like whiteboard on there where you can express yourself self through artistic designs. You can make like essay posts. It's a fun little sounding board. And there's a journaling feature on here too if you're into journaling. Okay, the last one I want to talk about is Scholastic Emergency Services. This one is not fun to talk about, but it is so, so incredibly important if we ever need it. And I hope we never do. But this is our service for medical evacuation, compassionate family visits, and repatriation. So if you are in an accident and you're in the hospital for an extended period of time, SES will help make the arrangements for and pay for a family member to come here to the US to stay with you while you're in the hospital. If it's deemed that your condition is to the point that you can't return to your studies and you need to go back to your home country, and maybe you need a medical escort for that trip, SES will help make those arrangements and pay for that trip as well. If an immediate family member back in your home country passes away, like a parent or sibling, they will help get you home to your family to mourn with them for services and then return to your studies here in the US. And worst case scenario, if you were to pass away during your time here, they would help get your remains home in a respectful manner, and they would work with your family on what that looks like. Now, SES, their goal is to get people where they need to be as quickly as possible. They work directly with the airlines, they work directly with customs and visas, and they know this system very, very well. And they want people to be where they need to be as fast as possible. So the key with them is that they don't reimburse because of this, because they have all of those direct connections with the airlines and transportation services. If you are ever in an emergency situation where you think you're going to need SES support, call them immediately. If you're in the hospital and a family member back home starts purchasing plane tickets, SES won't be able to reimburse with that. So, two numbers that I want you to take down as soon as possible. This first number right here. Put this number in your phone, give it to a roommate. This is what we would call. Also, if you're in an emergency situation, give us a call. We're happy to help with this as well if you're not comfortable reaching out to SES. We're here to help. This is the number we would call. This is the number you can call a roommate, an advisor. Give this number to your family back in your home country. This is the number that they would call. If they ever need to start making arrangements, they need to have this phone number. All right. Are there any questions about Teladoc, TogetherAll, or SES? Okay. Now, a couple things I'm going to point out. The number one question that I get that no one really knows they have a question until I say it out loud is dental and vision coverage. So another thing that's different between healthcare in the US and in many other countries is that dental and vision is considered separate from medical. Your Lewermark plan is a medical insurance plan. If you do want dental and vision coverage, you can purchase that separately, and we have options through our sister company, Lewer Global. So there are options for dental and vision insurance plans if that's something you're interested in. But I do want to give a little plug for this Carrington Dental and Vision Discount Plan. This is a great option. It's very affordable, and it's not a standard insurance plan. It is a discount plan, but they can provide discounts anywhere between 20 to 60% off certain dental and vision procedures. And again, if it's affordable, I believe it's only $35 for an entire year of coverage. And there's no waiting period. So if you purchase it today and need a root canal tomorrow, you can use it, which you won't typically find on a dental insurance plan. So those are available here on the Lure Global website. Also, if you're coming to the US with a dependent, maybe you came with a spouse or a child, or maybe you have a family member who's going to come and visit at some point for a short period of time and they need coverage during their time in the US, there are options through Lure Global as well on our website. So again, I'm still on your Southeast Missouri State University landing page. Just scroll down to the bottom, and then dental and vision and dependent coverage options are here if you want to click these links. All right. Lastly, I will wrap up talking about something fun. So Lewermark offers a scholarship every fall and spring semester, and this is a great way to get creative. We love seeing all of the submissions. There's a different prompt every semester. Um, it usually has something to do with your home country or your culture or maybe what you're studying. And we accept all different types of mediums. We get videos, we get essays, we get artwork. We've had paintings and sculptures. Get creative, have fun with it. We love to learn more about you through the scholarship, and we also love to support you and hopefully give a little back to your tuition if you're selected as a winner. The amounts can vary anywhere between 500 and we've had some up to 4,000. So again, it's different every semester and we've had, I think, up to 6 winners is our average. So it's a great option to get out there and hopefully win the competition. All right. I know that was a lot of information in a short period of time. Is there anything you'd like me to go over again or anything that we could stress on in further detail?
It looks like somebody was asking about how to apply for the scholarship.
Oh, great question. So the scholarship for the spring semester is not available yet. Let me see if I can find the date that that is open. Um, as soon as the scholarship is open, I want to say it's February 1st, but let me double check before I get off here. As soon as it is open, visit our website and you're going to see a little banner up here at the top of our page. And there's going to be a button that says apply now. If you come to lewermark.com, click the button that says apply now, it will take you to the application that you can submit online. But let me pull this up here. Thank you for your question. Um, all right, pulling it up now. It is February 1st. So everyone come back, visit our website February 1st. That banner will be up there and you can apply for our scholarship. Are there any other questions?
I did want to ask, I think I know the answer to this, but I kind of just want it recorded for everybody.
Yeah,
So students are not able to pay for the insurance unless they have a debit or credit card, correct? They cannot connect it to like an outside like US bank account or anything like that. It has to be a debit or credit card, correct?
that is correct. Yes.
Yeah, we've had
Yes, and
questions.
it does have to be on one card.
Mhm.
So we can't split it between different cards. I recommend if you do think that's going to be a problem, reach out to your bank before purchasing and give them a heads up that you're needing to purchase health insurance and this is the estimated amount. That way they won't block your purchase. So if you are concerned about that, give them a heads up.
Well, thank you very much. It doesn't look like we have any concerns or questions at the moment, but if any students do have any questions or concerns in the future, obviously they have that chat feature, but is there another way that they can reach out to you guys easily, like through email and
Yeah, absolutely. So, uh, oh, on the recording, if I put the email address in the chat feature, are they able to see that?
it won't record the chat.
Okay, that's okay. Let me pull this up again. Yes, and especially if it is outside of office hours and that chat feature isn't live for any reason, this is our email address. Reach out to our team and we can get back to you. This is a great way to contact us. If you are comfortable calling, you can call this number, but that is our student support email address. We have an awesome team here to specifically work with you on any claims, bills, coverage questions, whatever you might need.
Yes, and I can confirm that the whole team is very, very nice and very helpful. And so we
Well,
appreciate
thank you.
and your helpfulness with our students. We've had a lot of good success stories. So
Oh, good. I'm so glad to hear it. Thank you.
well, I guess we can go ahead and call it here, but I want to thank you, Maddie, for joining us and for doing this presentation. It is really, really helpful for all of our new students and even our students who just need a little bit of a refresher on their coverage and the different aspects of their health insurance. We always tell them to take advantage of it as much as they can because they're paying for it.
Absolutely.
So um,
Yeah.
it was awesome getting to have you again, and we hope to see you again soon in the future.
Awesome. Well, thank you for having me. Have a great day, everybody.
Thank you. Have a great day.